Hey YouTube, it's Rish Sheehan. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment on my videos. And please, mesdames and messieurs, don't forget to click the notification bell. Ooh, YouTube, are you Sava? I hope you are. I hope you're Sava bien. I hope you are Trey Sava bien. So I have a new tripod and decided to go with a new look. Decided to use scarves and you know, explore more of my African DNA roots. I don't think I've ever shared with you, YouTube, that after doing a DNA, you know, going through the DNA test to see my lineage, I am 76% African. 76%. A large swath of that DNA originates in Mali. I am 22% European. I've used 22% of European DNA, which comes from an ancestor named Jubal Early. There's an article about Mr. Early and changing the name. He's named, somebody has used his name to name something. Let me just share. He was on the Confederate side. So, you're trying to figure out how I got that 22% of that DNA? Yeah. So, and then 2%. 2% comes from India. That's okay. So I'm loving the African side. I'm loving the Indian side. The India side. I'm not... the European side came from slavery. My ancestor was enslaved. My ancestors were enslaved. So it came from that. So it's kind of hard to go, oh yeah, I'm so excited. So anyway, that's not really why I'm sharing this today. Only of this that I'm exploring my African DNA through scarves and headdresses and things of that nature. My jewelry. And then you'll see me wearing India, you know, jewelry from India. I am exploring that side as well. Anyway, I digress. So the reason why I'm making this video today is to share my opinion about the Dr. Dre Nicole divorce. So after 24 years of marriage, Dr. Dre's wife Nicole has decided she wants a divorce, and she cites irreconcilable differences. I was watching Patty Jackson this morning, who said that Dr. Dre is sick. And so she wonders why Nicole is filing for divorce under the circumstances. And as I watched that and listened to it, I'm like, I'm not Nicole, of course, but I have opinion. I have definitely an opinion based on experience of why she decided to file for divorce under the circumstances. Could it have anything to do with the fact that he's violent against women? Does everybody think he just stopped being violent to Nicole? They don't stop being violent to anybody. They don't. They set a pattern. This is a pattern, a known, well-known pattern. And he was violent with Michelle A. He was violent with her throughout their whole relationship. So, I mean, there's that. And from experience, I'm speaking from experience. You can put up with somebody but for so long. And what happens, the pattern is they become violent, and it'll be something it'll be totally blown out of proportion. It won't be anything that's a huge deal. But it'll be totally something real tiny, but it'll be blown out of proportion. Now, the rational person is going to be like, well, I mean, this is, you know, maybe they were just in a bad mood. Give excuses to their bad behavior. Then you'll go through a honeymoon period and think everything's going to be hunky-dory, and then, bam, it happens again. And you're like, well, what the hell? I'm not understanding. why is this happening? What is going on? And you'll be angry and confused, and and then first they blame you for it. Then after a couple of days, they cool down, they apologize, and they blame it on something else. You go through the honeymoon period again. It happens again. And again, and again, and again, and again. It does not stop. This is a pattern, a well-known pattern. DV violence, it doesn't start off when the first date the person just hauls off and smacks you. No. DV violence is gradual. And all the while, your love for this person is building and building and building, and then, ba-dow. There are many of us, women and men, that fall in love with people that are broken inside. Those people don't heal their brokenness. They just continue to perpetuate their brokenness. They break other people. They go through and break other people. So it's not shocking to me that she's like, after that's it. I'm surprised she didn't do it sooner. That's it. I can't do this with you anymore. I can't do this with you. You constantly are coming at me. You're constantly, and and I'm gonna tell you, you'll never know what will set them off, but it can be a trigger that just instantly they go into a violent rage and you don't know what the hell happened, but they feel safe enough to hurt you in the process. And it gets to a point where if you don't get out, this person's going to kill you, or you're going to kill them. Something's going to happen, and you just have to get out. You have to get away, and they don't want that. But actually, they act like they want that. But in reality, it'll be they've been abandoned again, and all this good stuff. But it's because of their behavior that they refuse to check. So they want that. Their behavior says they want that. Their words say something different. But their behavior says, so it's just one more thing for them to lie on that person, to say, oh, this is, see how they did me, see what, and I didn't do anything. They're always the perpetual victim. In the middle of victimizing other people, they're the victim. So to me, it doesn't shock me at all that Nicole was like, that's a wrap, bruh. I'm not taking this from you, not one more time. There are women that, and the interestingly dangerous thing, or the interestingly sad thing, is this is a dangerous time for her. For her to leave right now is very dangerous, because it's nothing like leaving a DV perpetrator. They take it, if they are narcissists, like literal, can be diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. And one thing about a narcissist is they cannot take what's called a narcissistic injury. Hence the reason why they explode, they kill people, they do all those things, because their ego is bruised. Literally. And then we minimize it too much. Narcissists are dangerous individuals. We have one right now running the country, and people are literally dying. People, you can sit there and try to tell yourself that thing that happened, that Russia didn't pay the Taliban a bounty on U.S. soldiers' heads. You can sit there and lie to yourself if you want to. You can sit there and say, you can lie and say the Rona isn't really it's a hoax, while people are dying. Oh, they're inflating the numbers. No, they're not. As we speak, Europe, all of Europe, not just one part, not just two parts, all of Europe has said America cannot fly here. Americans are not welcome here because of the Rona. We literally have a person in office that is a narcissist. You are seeing it at a grand scale. And everybody keeps, not everybody, but 70% of the population is like, what the hell are you doing? And 30% have become what they call flying monkeys. They have bought into the lie, and they keep giving the narcissist chance after chance after chance, because something about this situation has triggered them to buy, not only to buy into it, but to defend it to their death. Nicole was fed up. She was done dealing with her narcissist. The fact that Dr. Dre is sick doesn't mean anything. It probably is safer for her to leave now because he can't do the damage he could do. So have you noticed Dr. Dre bulked up and got all yoked? The damage he did to, what's her name, Dee Stone? The damage he did to Miss Chalet. Miss Chalet said she had to have plastic surgery from the stuff that he did to her. Those are only 2 women that we know of. Please do not think that he didn't put his hands on other women. And please don't think, Nicole, and it's embarrassing because this is somebody you love. 1, 2, the world looks at you like, well, why don't you just get up and leave, as if it's that easy. There's a lot of judgment calls that go into when it's DV violence. There's a lot of judgment calls on the outside. And it's always the victim that's the one that gets judged the harshest, which is interesting to me. And America wonders why it's such a bully, has such a problem with bully culture. Because when a victim tells you what's going on, because your brain then doesn't want to deal with the fact that this is a painful situation. To hear it causes you pain, and you would rather identify with the perpetrator and then to help the victim, because you know you're a victim. You don't want to identify with the victim piece. You want to think the victim had more power in the situation, even though you've been in that situation, but the victim had more power. I'm just saying. I think that would be my assessment of it. Nicole got tired of it. She got tired of the okie doke, like we all do.